Hey, laugh. Oh, I'm with this one. Hold on. Oh, y'all. And yes, I am having a cocktail. I'm gonna get there. Let me just let live and Facebook and all the social medias get a good look at this one. Y'all see that? Her. Yeah, her. Not her as in singer, but her as in Miley. Yeah, wave at my live until these few people come in that come in. You ain't got nothing you want to say? Nothing? Zero? Not a thing? Nothing? You don't want to snatch no phone? You don't want to have nothing to do with this live, right? Okay. Okay. So, hey, live. Y'all know how I like to do things when I send my lives. Sometimes I'm a little funny, and at the end of the day, anytime I come in, I weigh in, it's always to teach a lesson. Even if it's comical, even if it's serious. And when I speak from a place of wisdom. I speak from my heart, and I always speak from my discernment. I speak from what I know about the God in me, right? So there's a thing that I wanted to share today without sharing all of the details of the thing. And I hope that it blesses someone else. Hey, y'all, come on in. And I hope that it bless you all, because the one thing that I know about being in mental health at the doctorate level is that oftentimes when I go through something, a lot of times it's not even about me. And I'm going to say that from a place of spirituality as well. Look at, we got to, hold on. We got to interrupt this for a second. Hold on. What is wrong with me being on my live? It's my birthday month. Can you repeat to live again what I'm supposed to do for my birthday month? I'm turning up when?
All month.
Period, Pooh. So I thought you said you were going to have absolutely nothing to do with this conversation. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, thank you. Well, hold on for 1 second, live. I got to get a picture of my food. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Y'all know I'm a foodie, and I got to post my food, so I'm not going to make this be long. But so I started this live out basically saying that when I come in, sometimes I'm coming from a place of wisdom. I'm coming from a place of especially mental health, because that's what I do. You know, I'm in my doctorate program in counseling, education, and supervision. And so I see things, I experience things in my own life, and oftentimes I like to share them, because if I can share my experience and prevent someone else from having to go through the experience, then that's on my heart to do. Thank you so much for the congratulations. Yes, I was at Argosy 2 years into my doctorate program. Argosy got closed down. It's been in extenuating circumstances and situations, but everybody know me, my bounce back game is strong. So I am grateful to God, because I am now in a new program at the Chicago School of Professional Psychology. I love the campus. I love the community and the culture of the school, and I look forward to being able to reintroduce myself as Dr. Giovanna Marie Gaines Sims. I look forward to that. I'm trusting God for that. But that's not what I'm here for today. So I want to share 2 instances that happened today, without telling all of the deep details, because both of them involve my beautiful daughter, Miley. I'm going to get her one more time, since she likes to snatch phones on my live when I'm trying to talk. She can't snatch today. That's her. See her. Get a good look. Yeah, get a good look. Get a good look for a couple of reasons. So let's go with the first reason. The first reason, that as a parent, as a mother of 4 children, I try my best. It's catfish and cabbage. You can have a piece of cornbread as well. I try my best to be balanced, right? So I can be a little dramatic. We know that. However, I'm still nevertheless rooted in my spirituality and my beliefs. And I don't care how tough a circumstance is. And FYI, that's the reason why I decided to have a cocktail. It's my birthday month, and I'm starting to turn up all month, period. Plus, 2 incidents that happened today, I needed me a little drinky drink. And it's okay, because it should be happy hour somewhere, even if it's not happy hour here. But anyway, let's move forward. Let's get to the point. Y'all know that I'm long-winded. Follow me. So today I get a text from my daughter basically stating that somebody that she was originally friends with, and I want to be careful, when I discussed this, that she was originally friends with some years ago. Showed up to school. Mind you, this is Miley's first year of high school, and her and this girl have been at odds for a while. And my position in this is simply this: I'm going to protect my children at all costs. And if it means being dramatic to protect my child, I will do just that. I mean, anybody that knows me from back when I was a teenager knows the story. And if you don't know the story, you're about to find out that I was jumped on in high school when I was about 16. Me and this girl dated this guy. I grew up in the hood. She ain't like it. I get it. I broke up with the boy. My mother tried to talk to this young lady's sister, because that's who she lived with. But that didn't stop her. And this is what I want to talk about. The focus of this conversation is called the spirit of jealousy. And if you don't believe me, you can go research it. You can go Google it. You can go do whatever you need to do with it. But once you learn about any type of spirit, or in mental health, they might call it bipolar or whatever you want to call it, but I want to talk about it from a spiritual perspective, because really what it is, the root of it is the spirit of jealousy or the spirit of envy. And there's a difference. Envious people kind of say, oh, I see what you got, you're beautiful, I like the clothes you wear, so I want it, or I like the way you look because I'm insecure within myself, so I would like to have your face. But we know that can't happen. So since it can't happen that way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hate on you, and I'm going to jump on you, and I'm going to try to ruin your face. And why do I know that so well? That's because that's what happened to me at 16 years old. So all of my people that know me from the low end, I love y'all. How y'all doing? What's up, family? And if they remember that, the Bible tells me that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. This is my testimony. So as I share it, I'm coming it from a place of genuineness, because I was hurt in that way, and I would never want my children to walk through any of the things that I had to walk through growing up. You break generational curses, you destroy them so that your children and your children's children can have a better life. It starts with you. If you don't begin to break those generational curses, and then that curse comes around again over your children, that's on you, because I don't play. When I tell y'all that I pray and my life is amazing the way it is because I give it to God, the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is I hit the floor, I hit my knees, and I start to pray. I cover my children, I cover my husband, I cover my marriage. That doesn't mean that the weapon won't form. It will form, but God says it will form, but it shall not prosper. So let me move forward with the story. So back to this little girl. So the first time I ever met this little girl, Miley had to be about 12 years old. And I'm not going to say, I'm not at liberty, I'm not going to share any names, I'm not going to disclose that. But I will talk about my child and my situation. I told Miley, because I took this little girl to the water park out of town for Miley's birthday. And I can remember as a parent sitting back watching this little girl, who, by the way, is an absolutely gorgeous little girl, stare at Miley up and down. And I pulled Miley to the side later on after that was over, and I said, yo, Miley, listen, I'm your mother. I will never tell you who to be friends with, but what I will tell you is to exercise wisdom, because that ain't your friend. Now, mind you, as a mother, you don't want to tell your child, don't be friends with that person, because you kind of want them to learn for themselves the hard way in a little bit, but then at the same time, you be wanting to protect them. So I said, hey, I'm going to sit you to the side, and I'm going to tell you, sometimes you got to watch the people that's closest to you, because those are the people who will snake you first. And it hurt worse when it's the people that's closest to you. So basically, I told my daughter, hey, watch out for her, because I saw how this girl was looking her up and down, and I discerned the spirit of jealousy on this little girl. Not too long after that, let's just say that her and that little girl fell out. That little girl called herself jumping on Miley, but one of Miley's other friends decided to say, yo, I'm not going to let that happen, and protected Miley, because it happened on school ground and I wasn't there. Mama can't always be there. I thank God for my prayers, because I believe it is through my prayers that covered my daughter that girl didn't get the opportunity to jump on her with another girl. Okay, so let's move forward. That was in 2013. Okay, Miley by that time was 13. Mind you, this has been going on since she was 12. Miley doesn't want me to share, but one day when Miley grows up, she will understand why I'm sharing this, to make sure somebody else overcomes this, and she will understand my position as a parent, why I go hard the way that I do, and I'm gonna be unapologetic, because ain't no demon in hell gonna ever test me when it comes to my kids.
Okay,
hold on. Okay, let's give Miley the room to say something. Now, remember, we started this live, and Miley said she don't want to have nothing to do with the live. She ain't got nothing to do with the live. She ain't going to run off with my phone, but now she want to talk. Let's see what she got to say. Let's see what you got to say. Go on, talk. I can eat some of my fish. This is our beautiful waitress. But go ahead, keep going. I don't have no fork. Go ahead. I need a fork. Go ahead. What you need? You don't need to talk to live? Oh, wait a minute. Let me get this right. So she told you to get the po' boy, but because you don't like this, what you want her to do? So what do you suggest she do so I can get through with this live? About not liking this chicken. Okay, so how about we do this? How about to make this easier for you? Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna switch with her. Let her taste my fish because we ain't got time for that. We got stuff to do. Oh, that's okay. Guys just said I don't need all of that drink. It's okay. I spilled a little of my drink. I didn't need all of that. It's okay. It's okay. So let's let her. Do you want a Sprite or something while she's here? Can we get her a Sprite and get her off our nerve? Okay. So taste that and then let me know. All right. All right. Sorry for the interruption. Miley is bad and bougie and hood all at the same time. I don't understand where she gets that from. But I'm going to go on and switch that out because we got stuff to do. So back to the story. So the long story short is that I can't stand her. Yeah, I want a piece of my fish. So the long story, yeah, thank you. Hold on, excuse me, live. Let me taste my fish because I know she's going to eat it all. It tastes amazing like I told you it would. Look, live, I tried to tell her what to choose. She don't never want to listen to me. But why she like this? Hold on, let's get this on live. Let's get this on live because I told her to get what I told her to get. So how that taste?
Right, what's the verdict?
Yeah. I tried to get her to get that po' boy, and I knew that she was gonna like that. So yeah, we all good.
You sure you like that? I can still have to make something else.
You sure? Let me taste it. I didn't taste it because I might actually like it.
The chicken is good. You're not gonna like the noodles though. You don't like it. She don't like it. I see that face.
Look, we love her. She see my face.
I saw it.
Okay, so back to that. No, let me get that catfish. Thank you so much. No, we could have switched to po' boy. No, because I wanted my catfish. Anywho, like I said, I don't know where she get that from, but anyway, let's move forward. So we made it to 12.
We want some damn food.
Hold on, this is my mama. Hold on. What you say?
We want some damn food, live.
My mama just called me because she see me on last time. I said, we want some damn food. Gianna Marie and my mama is at home and they want some damn food. So anyway, let me get through this story. My family is crazy. Pray for us, y'all, because I pray for y'all every day. I really do. I pray for all of my Facebook, Instagram friends. Sometimes y'all like my posts, and I will literally run down, like, if I got 100 likes, those individual people, and I'll send out a for real prayer, like covering y'all mentally, physically, spiritually, socially, emotionally, and financially. Like, I want to see people winning. I want y'all to have breakthroughs. Because I want to call y'all up too and be like, let me borrow a bag. So I do really pray for y'all, and God knows my heart. But hold on, let me move forward. So I kept trying to explain to my daughter, like, you know, it is what it is. People are going to be jealous of you when you have favor on your life, when you're anointed. The anointing is attractive. The anointing is beautiful. But with anointing, with a gift, with beauty, with wisdom, with brilliance, and anybody that knows me know, like, I don't play about my kids academically. So I'm not just raising you up from a spiritual place, because you also have to be balanced in your spirituality too. You can't be so heavenly bound that you're not earthly good, and that's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, love Christ, but have balance. People need to be people need to be able to approach you if you say that you serve God, because how else will they become healed? Paul says, I made myself as some so that I may gain them. And if I'm not approachable to you, then you'll see me outside, even as your Facebook friend, and you'll feel like I can't approach her. She's above me. And if you don't feel, or if I don't operate in humility, or if you feel like you can't approach me, then how can I say, well, you know what, I don't have the answer, but I know somebody that do? Or how can I say that I love Christ, but for whatever reason, the world sees me as unapproachable? So I don't ever want to be unapproachable. And I walk and I operate even at the doctorate level to say, got a phone call. I always want to be a person that is teachable. You are never too old to learn. Iron sharpens iron. I learn from my children learn from me. I learn from my mother. My mother learns from me. Age is not a factor. Wisdom is limitless. Believe God for that. So again, back to the story that I said, long story short. And by the way, anybody that knows me know, if I say long story short, that only means that the story is going to be longer. So that's just something that people say. Don't believe that. Anyway, moving forward. So, year 12, they have the altercation. Year 13, the girl tried to jump on her. The girl, year 14, Miley starts calling herself having a boyfriend. Well, now we know I don't play. You can't have a boyfriend until you're 37. However, they call themselves being boyfriend and girlfriend. The girl didn't like it. So what the girl ended up doing was sneaking up.
She liked him.
Hold on. You want to start on that? Why?
Cause she liked him. Well, it seemed like every time I do something, she do something. So I liked him. Then, oh my God, yo, like she liked him too. And I was like, wow.
Right. It's called jealousy and hating. So that is.
Came to me because
Your girl gets on my nerve. That's what she does. Anywho. Yeah. Anywho. So you heard that part from Miley. So basically, you trying to wait on me? I'm starving now because I always make people hungry. I don't know. Listen, I be hungry. I don't know what y'all be doing. Listen, I don't care if you at work, church. I don't care if you at home. When I'm hungry, I could be at home and I could be starving and I get up and I cook a whole meal in the middle of the day when I'm hungry. Y'all know I don't play about my food. But let me make this point, y'all. Stop, because if y'all keep on talking to me, y'all know I get distracted because I'm long-winded. Everybody on this live thus far know me kind of personally. It's probably one or two people that don't know me personally, so y'all know when I'm trying to tell a story. If y'all interrupt me, I'm not gonna get through with it. So let me finish. So Miley and this girl didn't, mad you, the beginning of the year I didn't say it. Listen, she jealous, that ain't your friend, but I'm not gonna pick your friends for you. So then the next year, the girl tried to jump on her. Okay, we got through that. The girl didn't get a chance to jump on her because a friend jumped in and protected her. Okay, then the next year, Miley starts liking a boy and the boy starts liking Miley. I cut that off at his root, but I was kind of cool with him a little bit. I didn't let him go everywhere. Call him. I ain't let him go everywhere. He shouldn't answer because he should be in school like you. However, we're trying to get to the point as to why she's sitting at lunch with me and eating instead of on live right now. So let's get to the point. So now we 3 days into the start back of school. This is Miley's first year in high school. I tell you, I'm in Miley's room the other day because I get up and I pray over their room and I'm saying to myself, yes, I made it through that school year. My daughter ain't never got to see this girl again. I'm good. Now, I missed the piece. Miley and the girl never got the opportunity to fight, but what ended up happening is last year, Miley and the little girl's sister, who was a year younger than Miley, and her and the other girl and Miley are the same age, but that girl got kicked out of Miley's school for fighting and jumping on the boy that Miley called herself dating. And basically rumors got around and said that, okay, well, now we done jumped on him. Miley is next. Miley who? Not that Miley. Not Miley Strong. That's my kid over my dead body. How many of y'all know me to know enough to know that as much as I love God, I'll fight a kid? I'll fight a kid. I'll say it on live. I'll fight a kid. The police gonna have to catch me. Because if you touch my kid, I'm coming to touch on yours. Because you should have been teaching your kids that at home. I teach my kids, keep your hands to yourself. You do not have to like everybody, but you can agree to disagree, but you must work together. That's what's going to happen when you get out in life. You're not going to like everybody. Everybody's not going to like you. We cross the line when we begin to put our hands on each other because now you're asking for me to step in because you didn't chastise your kids, so maybe you need me to. How many of y'all know that I will sit in jail if anybody touch my kids? Thank you, Jesus. Glad y'all know that I'm not delivered from that chat. Like, I love Jesus, but I also unapologetically love trap music. I love Jesus, and you will find me at church on Thursday, Sunday, Saturday, any day of the week. But hello, I also will slap a kid up for touching my kid. So let's continue. So the long story short, the girl and Miley's little sister. Yes, long story short, I keep telling you. See, you stop interrupting me, Nicole. Be quiet. You know me way back from when Miley was what? I used to take pictures every year. Every month for my kids at Walmart. You know me back from when Miley was like 3 or 4. Yes, long story short. That don't mean that it's gonna be short. That mean I'm gonna keep on going till the story finish. So I'm trying to get somewhere and teach this lesson. Y'all won't allow me. So the long story short, Miley gets into an altercation with the little sister. Mind you, the other big sister go to a whole nother school because she didn't got kicked out the year prior. Miley, because she's like her mama, unapologetic, when the little sister said something, Miley went in and said something back. So they ended up, thank you so much. We love you. Thank you so much. I got my catfish, y'all. So let me hurry up this story so I can eat my catfish. Hey, y'all want to get one more good look at this? One more good look? Look, that looks good. I want to eat that. So let me hurry up and finish this story. So the long story short, Miley and the little girl gets into a fight. They fought. It was Miley's first fight ever in school ever. I was devastated. I get a call, come up to the school, Miley done had a fight. I'm like, Miley who? Not one of my kids. I teach my kids peace. But I also teach my kids that somebody run up on you, you better try to kill them because they won't run up on you again, right? I think that's fair. I think that's fair, Lord. I know the Lord said turn the other cheek, and I'm not necessarily... Wait, she pulled what? She pulled what? Hold on. She pulled what?
God said turn around, turn her cheek. If I turn around, she touched me in that weed.
It went in? Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. Kayla, now listen, black people, and some of my few white friends, I love everybody. I really do. But please, let's start teaching our kids hands off. Because you got parents like me that's all hands on.
I'm sorry, I like your hair, okay? And I'm on the hair.
Hold on. We got somebody that walked up. Are you okay with being on live?
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the middle of live. Hold on. Somebody just walked off. Say hi to the live.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, live. She has a question. Let's find out this question.
I saw your hair. And I'm trying to, as you can see, it's all natural. I'm trying to find me some long hair, some inches. And I want to ask you, did you have?
Well, I'm her mom. She's 14, so she don't know. So I get all of my hair from Cali Beauty in Indiana. It's in Hammond, Indiana. But they do have an online store. And it's pronounced Cali, it's Kali. So go to Cali Beauty. You can get it online instead of traveling out there. I just do because it's right next door to River Oaks.
Okay.
So that's where I get her hair from. Now, I get her hair done right here on... Don't be listening to this because I'm not advertising for nobody else. I'm just trying to get y'all to get this lesson. But 40th and Cottage Grove. It's called Nubian something. What is your hairstylist's name? Ashanti. Yep, so they're right there on 40th and Cottage.
So wait, I gotta go get the hair.
Yeah, you gotta get the hair first. The hair gonna be about $300 if you want it that long.
I want a real wig. I don't want a witness protection wig.
You want a weave wig. Yeah, it's so. Yeah, you want it sewed in.
Like,
yeah.
like hers because it looks like her hair.
Yep. That's where I get my hair from. I mean, you can get the hair from anywhere, but that's where I go because I don't pay the same amount of tax as Illinois tax.
Okay, so what live are you on? I should follow you.
I'm What is my Facebook name?
You're on Facebook. Okay.
No, my Facebook. It's Gigi Marie, and you'll see me with 4 beautiful kids.
Gigi Marie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if you have any more questions, you can just inbox me, and I'll give you the information.
Is this you? Either of those?
It's Gigi. I got them. We all got them like blue and tan on a picture.
I'm sorry. What's the last name again?
It's just Gigi Marie. I don't have my last name on there.
I'm sorry. I'm just starting up.
Yep, that's me.
This one?
Because I'm live right now. You see? So yeah, there you
I had
go.
a friend. Okay, thank you guys so
You're
much.
welcome.
And y'all get what I always get.
The catfish is bomb. It is. You too.
I'm saying bye to your people.
Look, bye, love. Y'all, I got a new Facebook friend. I'm gonna get rid of some of y'all if y'all don't act right.
Done.
So, let me get through this story, right? The devil is a liar. We're gonna band up any more distractions because I am trying to share something that I want parents to get, and I'm sharing it from a spiritual place, and I'm a place of love, and I'm also sharing it from a place of wisdom as a mental health specialist. Get this. I need y'all to get this in y'all soul and y'all spirit when y'all raising these kids. So, the long story short, Miley and the little sister have a fight. I was so upset with my lead because I said, you came all the way to 8th grade. You have to go, you're going on a Washington, D.C. trip. We done bought all brand new everything. We done talked about how your hair and nails gonna be. Like, we done had mom and daughter day preparing for this. You begged me for red bottoms for graduation. I done made it happen. Like, all of these beautiful, amazing things are happening in your life, your 8th grade year, and you let the devil attack you. I've raised you better than this. I was a little upset with Miley because I felt like Miley should have walked away. But I also understand that because Miley is unapologetic and is not going to just let people treat her any kind of way, she spoke up, which provoked the situation, and the girls had a fight. Now, concerning the little sister, I love her to death. After that situation happened, I tried calling the mother. The mother originally wasn't feeling me because I'm unapologetic. So when I got on the phone and was trying to convey it, she was like, well, you did, but. And when she started doing all of the sister girl stuff, hey, Stephanie, I love you, I hung up the phone. Because let me tell you what we gonna do. I'm a parent, you a parent, we're adults. We need to sit and come together like adults. If you disrespect me in that conversation, you're gonna get hung up on, and I'm gonna deal with it another way. So that's what happened. So what ended up happening is the school, who they know me very well, I am known as the crazy parent on campus who don't play about my kids, because I'm that parent that will come snatch your kid up if my kid keep coming to tell me that they got a problem with your kid. And then first I'm gonna ask where the parent at, and then when I try to find a parent and the parent don't contact me, then I'm gonna come to your kid. Now I have a friend at CPD, I'm not at liberty to share their name, that told me, well, you kind of wrong, because the way it works in the legal system is then you go to the school and blah, blah, blah. But then sometimes we don't have time for that, because some of these schools, our children are really suffering with mental illness. And I know because I've worked with some of them, and the kids are suffering with mental illness. So, by the time the parent ain't around and I can't get in contact with the parent, administration got to deal with all the kids in the school. I'm really only trying to focus, while I pray for all the kids, I am raising mine. So, that's what kind of happened, and I'm unapologetic about it. Pray for me. So moving forward, they got into the fight. It got squashed. We had a round table at the school. The parent came up. She heard my voice. She was able to see me from a different perspective. Things had died down. She apologized. We moved forward. And I kind of took the little sister in and was like, God put the little sister on my heart, because the little sister is so different than the big sister. And I just kind of set the little sister down like, listen, don't let nobody ever be in your ear. I see she has a very meek spirit. I'm like, listen, the meek inherits the earth. And I bought her, God led me to buy her this book and to minister to her. And every day after that, when that little girl would see me on the playground, she would run up to me and hug me. I even took her home one day. This is how squashed I thought it was, okay? So, bring us to today. When Miley was enrolling in a high school, we went kind of back and forth between which school she was going to go to. We not got to, hold on. You can be on the live, but we ain't got to mention your school. I don't want to have to necessarily mention your school, okay? So now Miley ready to talk. Now, I ain't giving you my phone, because when I give you my phone, you runs. I'm going to turn it around and give Miley the opportunity to put her 2 cents in this. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
So, I wanted to go to this one school at first. No.
Be mindful in your conversation. Go ahead.
I wanted to go to this one school at first. I was set on it. I was like, this is what I want to go to. This is what I'm doing. Then, people in my 8th grade, elementary school, my parents, some of my family members, they was like, like, wow, that's not the school. That's not the school. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this school. Like, yeah, I wanna go to that school. Like, I can't wait to go to school. And the lady on the phone,
Your mother. That would be me.
said, you're going to the first school. You're going to the other school. So I'm like, how you gonna tell me I can't go? And the school, the second school is better than the first school.
Well,
It's in a better
I can.
environment. It got, my type of people, not a...
Whatever. Okay. She said that point. Everybody is your people. So this is where I come in at. So this is what happened. Let me plead my case. The original school that she wanted to go to, I wanted her to be there.
Justify yourself.
When I applied for her to go to the school, now she's about to find out the truth. Sometimes we got to keep things from our children. They didn't originally accept her. I didn't have the heart to tell my daughter she wasn't accepted, because Miley does music. Everybody know that from the live I did when we found out she sang. So I started putting her in classes to prepare her for her future. Watch out, Beyonce, because I ain't playing no games. And I mean that.
Beyonce, join your live and comment under your thing.
Okay, hold on for 1 second, live. Hold on. Where my car keys? Okay. So, the long story short, let me finish this real quick, live. When we were first deciding for her to go to this specific school, it was because of music. It's a performing arts school, and she wasn't accepted. So I didn't have the heart to tell her she wasn't accepted. So I said, okay, what are our other options? And I just told, when Miley asked me, was I accepted? I was like, don't worry about that. We all good. I just think you should go to a better school, right? Even though I think that the original school was best for her career right now because of who the school is backed by. So what ended up happening is that, mind you guys, I was in the South Loop, living in the South Loop, and I moved to Bronzeville. So when I moved back into Bronzeville, we were in all of that transition. She was actually in the vicinity of a student in the school area of that school. So when it boiled down to it, she was able to get into school despite the fact that they originally turned her down. And when I tried to get her into the school that she wanted to go to, it was so much pandemonium and chaos that I was like, this could not be what God has for her. So y'all know how I roll. I prayed about it and it was like, God, whatever is for her is for her. We'll figure it out. So that's what transpired. So she started the original school she wanted to go to, despite the fact that we tried to talk her out of going to that school, only because she wasn't originally admitted. And then she ended up getting into it, the school, any old way. Hold on, I'm in a high part. You just got to, okay, had to look over my back. So, anywho, the long story short, Miley started school on Tuesday. I can remember the day she started school when I went in to pray over her room after I dropped her off for school, saying, man, I'm so glad we're out of that grammar school year with that situation with this particular young lady, and I don't have to ever deal with that again. Miley comes and tells me, hey, I heard her name be called in one of my classes. And I said, well, did you see her in class? She was like, no. So the automatic thing I thought was, hey, maybe her name is just on a roster, because remember, I knew where she lived from when I dropped the little sister off. I said their house is in the vicinity of the school, so maybe her name is just on a roster because of that. And we all good. We good. Second day roll past, the girl don't show up to school. I'm like, we good again. On today, I dropped Miley off at school, like I always do. My husband takes Eddie and Makai to school, drop her off at school, get back home, like about to get ready for my day. Had a real good, conversation with my sister-in-law on the phone for about an hour. Hey, Carrie, I love you. Go in the house to go start my daily routine, get myself together for this wedding this weekend, because my oldest daughter is getting married. And I got to get Miley and Eddie and Makai together. And I get a text from Miley saying, Mama, why she just walked in the room. Mind you, this is now second or third period. Mama, she just walked in the room. I said, okay. Because I'd already told Miley, if this girl ends up at this school, if that happens, I'm coming to get you. I am not going to live out my life in fear. The devil is a liar. And I know the spirit of jealousy. The spirit of jealousy will stop at nothing to attack you, to destroy you, to pull you down. I've studied the spirit of jealousy because of things that I've dealt with in my life. I mean, and any of you that don't know, when I was 16, I was jumped on by six adult women over a boy, and I was out of school for a month, and it was because of jealousy. One can say, oh, the person don't like you. Well, you don't have to like me, but you also don't have to put your hands on me. But I was brutally, and I'm going to say brutally, beaten. I was cut from here to here. And now I understand, because I've always heard that when you go through something, oftentimes in life, it ain't about you. When you come through it, you overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of your testimony, because you come through it to bring somebody else through it, to let them know that they can get through it, or you either come with wisdom to protect a person from it. And in this case, I'm protecting my daughter from what I know the devil tried to do to me. But see, what the devil meant for evil, God turned around for my good, because after my face healed up after that month out of school, FYI, we know that I graduated high school despite that month out of school. FYI, my face was even more beautiful, and for whatever reason, maybe that was the humility and the glory of God on my life, because I can remember seeing that girl when we had to go down to housing, because that girl's sister was getting put out of housing for them jumping on me after we tried to resolve that situation. And I can remember saying, God, at that young age, I want to hate her, but I can't. I couldn't hate her. I prayed for her. So this is a couple of lessons to be learned. Pray for your enemies, but use wisdom. If you ever have a situation where you need to protect your children, go with your first mind. Because even though this is the third day of school, I drove so fast up to that school, I was almost in an accident. I thank God for covering me to get my baby up out that school, because ain't no demon in hell gonna attack my child. Ain't no spirit of jealousy gonna come against what God has for me. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And I never said we would serve perfectly, because we are not perfect, but we will serve the Lord. And I went and got my baby. My baby was in tears because she was like, well, I already started school and blah, blah, blah. I said, at the end of the day, you might be mad about this decision, but this is my first man, and I'm going with my first man. And let me tell you who confirmed that. I talked to the dean, and I told the dean what the situation was. And the dean began to say to me, Mom, it sounds like your mind is made up. But I'm the type of guy that goes with my first man. And if that's what you think, I think you should. Because at the end of the day, if this demon want to, and mind you, I'm removing the kid, and I'm going to speak demon. Because it's not the kid. I don't fault the kid. I do fault the bringing up. I also fault society. I also fault the fact that when you don't raise your kids, because we're made of mind, body, soul, and spirit, because you can get them all of that the things you want financially. You can get them good health. But if you don't do nothing for your spirit, then you leaving a component of the human experience out. So when you don't raise your kids in church, or if you is raising your kids in church and they need deliverance, then that's up. I feel like that's up to the parents to pray and cover. I feel like a lot of that is up to the parents. But I cannot expect for the administrators at the school to have my daughter with security every day sitting side by side her when this girl walks in the classroom and is ready to manifest the demons that she needs to be delivered from. Now, what I would like to say is I pray for each and every parent that when you have a first mind experience when it comes to protecting your children, I mean, when it comes to your children and you have an inkling, I mean any inkling, because being in mental health, I've heard horrifying stories where God is giving you discernment. Let me give you an example. Let me let this truck go past.
Your food gonna get cold.
I know. This is more important. I'm going to eat. When God gives you discernment and your child is acting funny all of a sudden, or not acting like themselves, pull your child to the side and say, come, roll with me, talk to me, what's going on? I tell my kids all the time, this is an open door policy. I've been teaching my kids since they was little. Let me explain something to you. Just because somebody is a family member don't mean that they right. You got uncles, aunties, and people. You got so many people that's been molested, physically abused, mentally abused, verbally abused, because that verbal abuse will break down a person's self-esteem. The devil is a liar. I'm going to get this out. The devil is a liar. You have family members that will violate your children. Okay? Predators are about power and control. This the same thing as a person that come and rape people. It's about power and control. And when you see that spirit and you're noticing that in your children, you got to be able to pull your children to the side and allow them the open door to talk. This ain't when we were growing up, when mom and daddy swept everything up under the carpet, or we didn't talk about the things that go on in our household. But uncles were molesting kids, and those same uncles were still living in the house. That's not right. Then your child grow up with low self-esteem, and your child grow up and your child have all type of mental dysfunction and instability, and people don't understand why. It was because you were not on watch as the parent. You cover your children in prayer and you hear your children. Because I also want to share this. There was a teacher at my kid's school that I kept on trying to go to administration and say, it's something not right, because my daughter is an honor student. The same kid is an honor student, and she's been an honor student all her life. Why all of a sudden in 7th grade is my child getting a C in math? Do y'all know that a year later, that same teacher that I kept trying to take to administration, I kept saying something don't sit right, because when I opened the door for my children to talk to me, when my child kept coming to me saying he passing all the boys, but he's not passing all of the girls, or he gives the girls lower grades. I said, that's the devil, and it's something deeper than that. I'm in mental health. I can see it from a mental health perspective, and I can see it from a spiritual perspective. Do y'all know 7th grade is one of the most important years academically for your children? It is the year that dictates what high school they go to. Do you know that 1C is what stopped my daughter from having the right GPA to go to any school she wanted to? That was the devil. But like I told my daughter, we don't serve that. So you're going to get in whatever school I want you to, because we can go around that. And that's exactly what I did. However, what I'm going to say about that is this. A year later, in her 8th grade year, that teacher today is incarcerated. Not because it had anything to do with my kids. It had everything to do with the fact that teacher was bothering the little boys in the classroom, because he was a gay teacher. And listen to me when I say this. I love LGBTQ population. I got many friends that are LGBTQ. However, LGBTQ is not an excuse for you to mess with little kids. When we get into pedophilia behavior, that is a whole nother ball game. Be LGBTQ, but be with an adult, not a little boy that's sick. That's mental health. That's mental illness. And the whole time I had no physical proof to prove it. So it went unanswered. But guess what? God sees everything. That teacher today will never work in CPS another day of his life. That teacher today will never come in contact with another child. He is destroyed from lack of knowledge, because what he should have went and did when he realized something within himself wasn't right was to go and get help, because he was an educated man. But how many of y'all know that educated people are not always mentally stable? I want y'all to hear me when I say this. I am in higher academia. I meet people all day long in higher academia with master's degrees, doctor's degrees. And I sit there and I hear the Holy Spirit tell me they struggle and they suffer from this. Matter of fact, a lot of people in mental health come into mental health because of their own issues. And then they become the best therapists because they know what it feels to walk through that type of lifestyle. So I'm saying this to say a few things. Protect your children and be unapologetic. When you discern something, do not discount it. Believe it. And if it takes the dramatics to protect, bless you, your children, do. Yeah, do just that. I'm going to end this live with this. I love you all with the love of the Lord. I know the last live was kind of funny because I had to fit my Papa's Chicken live in. But anytime I come on live to say something, I'm coming from really a place in my heart as a mother, as a mental health professional, just as a human being. None of us are perfect. Black community counseling is where it's at. Counseling helped me get through so many. And now, mind you, let me make this clear. I became really engulfed in the counseling process because I wanted to become a therapist. And that was to save a previous relationship. I never understood that it was a setup from God to help me to heal from things that happened to me in my childhood. Stop saying in the black community that that's uncle this so-and-so or that's brother so-and-so. We can't say nothing. Listen, I get, you ain't got to send them to jail, but send them to, just like you go to the doctor if you break your leg and you go see a medical physician, you have to go see a psychiatrist or a psychologist or a counselor, which are 3 different things. Therapy will help you heal. I see people post all day. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to resolve this? Your resolution comes when you go to therapy. You can pray all day long, but faith without works is dead. The Bible says that. When God says, have faith that I can heal you, he also said, do some work, because faith without works is dead. So listen, people, I'm a mother. I'm unapologetic. I'm unapologetically black. I'm unapologetically a Christian. I'm unapologetically a wife. Yes, I'm in my doctorate program. I'd like to consider myself brilliant, but I am not perfect. I do not have all the answers. What I will say, though, is when I need it, I pray. I fall on my knees, but I use my discernment. Use your discernment. Love your children from a place of unconditional love. Teach your children. And when you see that your child has any type of spirit or disposition, behavior, call it whatever you want to call it, get your children the help they need. That therapist at that school is readily available to see your children. Because if you have a child that's attacking, I love you. Hold on, I got to let him get on my live, y'all. I want you to get on my live. I love you.
love you.
Hold on.
We
Hold
all
on.
bring
Hold
him,
on.
man.
I am going to hug you again. Hold on. I'm on my live. I'm going to tell y'all about him in the next live. Get a good look at him. I love him. I had to put him in his place about that same 14-year-old daughter. But he apologized. He's a man of God, and he's going to do better next time, right? I love you. So, yes. So, remember when I first started? So, I'm ending this live with this. When I first started, I started with two things happened to me this morning. That one thing was the situation with Miley. Miley is now transferred. She's away from that spirit. The devil is a liar. If y'all happen to see me in jail later on because the little girl transferred to her school, we're going to speak death to that. That's why I'm in jail. If y'all ever find out I'm in jail, it's because I heard somebody about my kids. But pray for me. Cause just like I was gonna hurt him, but I'm gonna do that live another day. Y'all got a good look at his face. It's gonna be a part 2 to this. I'm gonna do that later after I finish eating my food, or on another day after I finish resolving everything with my lead. But listen to me. Love your children, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, the children that are in your presence. Love them from a place of unconditional love. Do not sacrifice your children's safety for anything or anyone. Listen to your children when they talk to you, because teachers are not always right either. Trust me, there's dissertation work about administrators and educators that don't take no responsibility for when they're nasty to our kids. Because this happened the first day of school with Miley, because she walked out of the class. I told her, if a teacher being nasty with you and they not going to respect you, because in order to get respect, you got to give it, walk out. I'm your advocate. Call me. I'm going to deal with them. My kids know I'ma deal with it. Let me deal with it. You don't deal with it. You don't get yourself in trouble. Let me deal with it. I'm your advocate. So I'm gonna say this. I love y'all with the love of the Lord. This long story short has been already long. Please, if you just came in, I love you, Charlotte. I love all y'all. Listen. Go back and listen to this live. Share this with your kids. Share this with your kids, your children's children. Because this is my testimony. This is my testimony. This is my testimony, and I'm sharing real life experience, y'all. This is real life experience. Okay, thank you so much, love. This is a real life situation that transpired. And listen, I got my baby up out of there. My baby is now at the school she wanted to go to, and I'm glad that she's happy. She had to cry her little tears because she like, I met friends already, but them new friends, catch them on Facebook. Catch them out in the street later on. You go to school to learn. You're not going to ever sit nowhere in fear or worrying about if a jealous spirit is going to attack you today, because at the end of the day, the only person you can control is yourself. So listen, I love y'all. Yes, I'm okay, sister. Go back and look at the live so you can see what transpired. And that wonderful guy that just I kissed on the cheek, I'll tell you what he did tomorrow, because I had to put him in his place too. But cover and protect your children. Satan, you a liar. I come against you in the name of Jesus. I come against every distraction, because there was a lot of distractions in this video. But I want y'all to know, if y'all ever notice, when I speak, which is not often, about anything that's going to heal, deliver someone, there's always distractions, because the devil don't want to see you heal. The devil don't want to see you happy. The devil don't want to see you operate in joy. And the wonderful thing about my life is I operate in joy. I'm going to always operate in joy, because God tells me that I wake up every day. Every day is a new day. And he says that I should wake up. I wake up with brand new grace and mercy and joy. So listen, operate in joy. I love you all. Share this with people. Protect your kids, because the devil is out here. And it's not even always about the person or the kid. That's the devil. Spirits have the ability to get in any of us. We know ourselves, just like they have the ability to get in our kids. So stop at nothing to protect your kids. I love y'all. Deuces.